So what's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. So decided to do another wee update today, and I would like to wish everybody a Merry Christmas. So today is the 27th of December, and I would just like to wish everyone a good wee Christmas holidays and New Year's as well. But anyway, let's get into the pigeons. So over here we have a wee surprise at this one. So we have a wee baby that's only 2 days old. With today it will be 2 days old. Nothing down here yet. They did have 2 young ones in this box, but they ended up just freezing to death. We got a very cold night, and then I lost a few wee young birds and stuff like that, and loads of my friends have lost wee birds as well. And one of my friends actually lost a beautiful Pomeranian putter cockbird. He was sitting on his two young ones, and he basically just froze, because wherever he lives, he got snow there that night, but we didn't get snow. It just got really cold. But his Pomeranian Peter cockbird died, and the 2 young birds died as well. And yeah, that's what was up with them there. Now this wee guy is basically, I wasn't expecting this colour to come out at all out of this pair. So as you can see, a white cockbird is sitting on his wee young one, and the mother is that beautiful black one over there. It's that one that I'm going on about. I'll just show you guys the colour that I ended up getting. I got myself a wee red. Like, I mean, I was not expecting a red at all out of this pair. But just look at that wee one. Beautiful. Gonna have a wee bit of white, and then there's gonna be white in the tail. Gonna have white flights. Just absolutely beautiful in so many different ways. Alright, there you go, that's your baby back. So yeah, we got our first wee red, our 2022 first red young bird, and I'm really happy with it. Now, ring situation, with rings and stuff, I ended up putting on my 2021 rings. Now, I was told by a fella to put my 2021s on because these pigeons were born, they hatched out of their eggs around November time, but loads of guys said to me that you shouldn't have put the 2021s on. You should have just, left the rings. You should have just put them rings in the bin, because, they're not really, what would I say? They're not really, it's honestly not useful putting on 2021 rings. But one of the guys did say to me, since they were hatched out in November, they need to have the 2021 on. But then racer guys said to me that you should have put 2022s on, because they're gonna go through their molt with the 2022 group of pigeons. So they're basically born in 2022, because it's honestly end of the year, But I ended up just using them rings, and I put that one on, that one, and then these wee guys here as well. Now, I do have a canker issue. As you can see, that pigeon is just sitting there. It's honestly not good to have canker, but I have been trying my best by giving them their fresh minerals, but one of them did take a poo in that, so this will be getting taken away. I'm going to set it out here to the door because I need to get that washed out. their grit looks fine, but I'll probably pour the top layer off and then fill it up with fresh grit for them. I have been putting like garlic onto their food, so that there's why it's all like watery and sticky, because there's loads of garlic put onto their seeds. They haven't been eating as much, and that's what I wanted them. Because they were honestly wasting way too much food. And I don't feed my pigeons with cheap food. I feed them with basically I feed them Breeding Supreme and Breeding Deluxe or something like that, and I mix the two together. One of them, the only difference is one of them has sunflower seeds, nice big ones, and bits of corn. There's the one, there's not the Supreme but the other one, and then the Supreme does not have corn in it at all. But yeah, some of you guys did ask. I did have a guy who asked where do I get my seed from. So I get my seed from Beatty's Beatty'sPetSupplies.com. So their shop is in Tandragee. Is this here I don't know what road it is. Now I don't want to say, you know, a road that isn't even near it, you know, but there's this here car dealership, and yeah, there's a car dealership. You have your roundabout, there's a roundabout here, and then when you're coming out you have a car dealership here, and you keep going and you will see a big like a Beatty's sign. But you could probably go on Google and search up Beatty'sPetSupplies.com, and it will throw you up. It will basically show you what's up, and you can get their address and phone number and stuff like that. But I might actually put down in the comments their phone number, so if anyone needs any seed. Well, at the minute I do believe they are closed. They will be opening on the 7th of January. But that there's what's really up. Like, I mean, that there's the only place that I would get my seed from. I did get other seeds. You can go to Copper Supplies around Dungannon. It's actually on the motorway, on the M1, I believe. You're coming Dungannon direction, you go into Copper Supplies, Copper Supplies, and you could get seeds from there, but they only have their wild bird seed. But like that there could probably help you if you're basically, because since all these big seed companies and shops are closed for Christmas, that there's the only place that I would say that I would suggest getting with the wild bird seed off, because they basically buy it in from Beatty's, and then they sell it. They probably put like a wee profit on it, like a few quid or something. But Beatty's would be your best bet, and then Copper Fields would be your next bet. You could get a wee bag of wild bird seed, and that should keep you going with the pigeons basically. But anyway, let's get back into the pigeons. So over here we have our cockbird sitting on 2 eggs. Not really gonna mess with him, because he basically comes off the nest, and the eggs should be ready to hatch out. I would say they would be ready to hatch out in about 4 or 5 days, nearly a week or so. So this nest has got abandoned. That pair used to own it, but they went down to that corner. It was probably because I came in here and started messing about with them a wee bit too much. But I'm gonna have to clean out the nest bowl. What do we have here? Now we have 2 wee guys here. I'll show you guys these two grizzles again. Now this one's gonna have a wee bit of red on the top of his head, just like the mummy. And then the other one is gonna be a grizzle. So yeah, as you can see, size difference. There is a good bit of size difference, but you do get the ones that that are honestly a bit more greedier than the other one. But now I'm looking, there's going to be a wee bit of red in the chest, at the sides maybe. But yeah, I'm honestly really happy with the pigeons. Like I was always told, you know, do not breed pigeons throughout the winter, and I'm just proving myself and I'm proving others that it is possible to breed them. Now, I will say it is more pain in the butt trying to keep them warm, because I had to get this here up here, a bit of plastic, to keep out basically the wind, because it was mad. These here pigeons at the top were fighting for these boxes down here because all the wind was coming in. And I noticed at night time that the young birds were left in the nesting boxes, but the parents weren't in there with them, and they were sitting on the floor or sitting in a different box at night because of the wind going in. And honestly, that's what you're gonna need to watch for. Always, now during the winter, my suggestion is keep your pigeons as warm as you can. Now, as you can see, I don't have any heaters in here, but I do try my best to keep everyone nice and warm. Now the problem is that I'm just seeing is, since I blocked off this airflow here, I'm getting water on here. Look, so you can see the water drops. See, not good, but we're gonna get through it. This is why I sometimes open this up when I'm in here a wee bit more, get some fresh air in. Yesterday I went ahead, now some of you guys might be saying like, whoa, your loft got pretty clean. Now, I did go ahead and wash the walls down with bleachy water because of this canker and stuff. I sort of got a wee bit upset, you know, and I was saying to myself, you know, that like there's other guys out there who don't even clean their loft like at all. They only clean it out once a year, and like basically their pigeons are always 100% healthy, and my ones are actually wee spoiled brats. They're getting fed the best food that I can get them. They're getting fresh water every day, and my ones are getting sick. So, you know, that's why I somewhat got a wee bit upset there yesterday about because, you know, nobody wants to get pigeons and then get nobody wants to have sick pigeons. Like that, there's one thing that all of us can basically agree on. None of us want sick pigeons, and it's honestly sad to see whenever like, I mean, that pigeon was dead on, was alright a few days ago, and now look at him, he's not well, you know. I've given him tablets already, so I'll show you guys the tablets that I give my pigeons. Now, excuse like the state of the boxes, but that there's the stuff I give for the canker, and then this stuff here is what I give to them when they start going light. Now you might be saying your boxes look really damp, and you know, are your tablets, you know, any good? Now look, they're in wee packs like that individually, and oh, I just dropped that one, but they're in like that there, and then you can pop them out through the back. And let me tell you something, these here are really good. Now let me try and put these here back. Sorry about that, guys, but there we got one. There we go, and then we'll put that one back. But I just put them up there because I used to have them in my wee shed where I store my seeds and everything. And basically, whenever I came in here and I actually seen one of the pigeons, you know, not well, I went to grab the seeds, or I went to grab the medicine and stuff, and then by the time I came back, I basically lost track of which one it was, because it was one of the white ones. But I honestly have so many whites, as you can see, that, you know, I lose them pretty quickly. But yeah, this guy isn't so well. I have given him a going light tablet. So what the going light tablet does is that this pigeon probably has worms, and that there's why he's getting a wee bit thin. I gave him that there, and then I gave him the stuff against the canker. Now, I put in the bath, so I did the other day, well it was yesterday I think. I put in the bath, and I actually put a wee drop of bleach in their water, and they legit went mad for that water. I don't know what it was about with the water, but they all went over to start drinking out of it, and they honestly didn't even take a bath out of it. They just went to take a drink out of it. And I don't really know why, but there must have been something with the bleach that they must have needed. And now don't worry, because my bath isn't that small. Like my bath, I honestly have like a pretty big bath, and I'll show you guys that there in a wee minute. But anyway, this hen is sitting on 2 fertile eggs from that there cockbird. Hopefully this guy gets better. Hopefully he gets better, because he's gonna have to rear them once, or I'm gonna have to slip them eggs under a pair. But I don't have any other pair that are sitting on eggs or are gonna lay or something like that. It's only that pair, but that pair's young one, I'm really happy with their young ones, because their young one, last one, is a wee checkered. I'll show you guys the wee young birds in a second as well. But their tail, his wee tail of the wee young bird is absolutely massive, so it's gonna be a good wee bird. Now, these guys here are basically the funniest ones out of the lot. Now, excuse me, missus. That one doesn't have any on its feet, but look. Oh, stop slapping. But look at this wee young bird. It has feathers on the feet. Can you see that? It's gonna get a wee bit of feathers just on the feet. The other one won't be. But outside of this pair, they don't have feathery feet at all. So it must be something down the line that maybe Granny or Granda must have had, and they're basically, it's getting transferred down the line to that wee young bird. So I'm gonna get one with a wee bit of feathers on the feet. Gonna be interesting to see, but yeah. Now I have this pair here. They haven't laid yet. This hen was the one who was really sick. She was basically on the edge of dying a couple of days ago, but she's somewhat coming back. I'll say it that way. And then my 2 poodles here, and then this pair down here. Now, 2 pooter babies are doing really well, so they are. They're doing really well, these guys. And now I was thinking about getting rid of fancy pigeons. Now, some of you guys might laugh at me and say, "Oh, you know, what other breed are you gonna get?" Now, I was really thinking about just getting rid of all these fancy pigeons, because I remember when I used to have wee cross pigeons and like basically all the wee street pigeons, and like what people call them here, street pickers. And basically whenever I had them, there was none of them really that were sick. And with all these fancy pigeons nowadays that I have, you know, they're always getting sick, and I'm honestly just sick of buying medicine like all the time for them. So I don't really know. I'm not gonna say that these guys will be going shortly, because I'm gonna have to somewhat breed off them a wee bit, just so they bring back the money that I put in to this to nesting boxes for them, and so they bring the price back that I paid for them, because I paid about £400 just for the pigeons that are in here. And I've made back £20 from that, because I ended up selling 2 of them. So so basically the pigeons still owe me £380, which if I try and sell these guys, I don't think I would be getting that back. So I don't know honestly, because I actually really enjoy my pigeons, because they're absolutely beautiful pigeons. But with these guys getting sick all the time, I'm somewhat sick of it myself as well. And that's why I was somewhat thinking about getting maybe a couple of street pigeons, like we street pickers, a few Birmingham rollers, and like a couple of just cross pigeons, and letting them breed. And then what I could do with them guys is basically let them out during the summer as well, because I honestly don't want to let these guys out during the summer, because I actually know that the hawks would pick them out pretty quickly. But with them street pigeons and stuff, I wouldn't really mind if they go, because to be honest, they're honestly free, and you can get them whenever you want. And there's what I was thinking about, but I'm not too sure yet. So I'm not gonna say that this is gonna happen whenever it's not, and I don't know, seriously don't know. But anyway, less talking, and I'll go and show you guys the young birds plus the bath that I use for my pigeons. So that there is my bath. It's basically a barrel. You cut the top off, makes perfect. Honestly, it's one of the most, well, like loads of racer guys use that there type of bath, because you can get barrels for free. The only thing you need to do is just cut it, and there you go. But anyway, I'll show you guys the young birds. So at the young bird loft, everyone's doing well, but as you will see, the wee white one's missing. And truth is, after I posted my last video, now a day after, I had to put that wee white one down, because that pigeon was really sick. So it was I actually had to make the choice to kill that one, or end up putting the 4 of these guys as well in the bin, which I was all like, I'll just kill that one and then I can save these guys. But yeah, so this is the wee checkered one I was talking about. There's the one that came out of the dark. This here, like a really smoky blue hen, and then a white carpbird. I really like the wee beauty mark on the face that it has. I always loved when pigeons had that. That there just makes them, stand out from the crowd a wee bit better. Now this one is the nest mate to the grizzle, and then these two are just 2 singles out of 2 different nests. But yeah, they're wee friendly wee guys, so they are, especially when you're giving them food. But yeah, here's some food guys. So as you can see, this is what they're getting fed on. And yeah, they've already picked out like the wee smaller seeds. Let me just get it like that there for them. They've already somewhat picked out the smaller seeds, and then they leave the big seeds. And what I'll end up doing is I'll just pour this out for the wee wild birds and like the wee wild pigeons and stuff, like the bigger bits of corn and stuff like that there, because they absolutely love it. They just come, and like the wee crows would sometimes come and take, whatever I put out for the wee wild birds as well. But yeah, they have their wee grit pot there, with fresh grit in it. I put fresh grit in it yesterday. To be honest, they have been somewhat on this lockdown. I have this here, plastics. I have this bit of plastic here just to keep the wind from blowing in. And what I do sometimes is open the door for them, and then all 4 of them will sit up here, and they'll just look around. I've noticed that which one was it? It was either that there checkered or that one. flew out and I was sitting on the wee blue perch. So yeah, they're honestly enjoying life, and they're getting fed well all the time. But yeah, that's what's really been up of things. And some of you guys will probably understand me why I'm, why I'm making these decisions. I mean, what I want to do with pigeons, like maybe like a few months ago, I would have said to you that I'm looking to make money with the pigeons. But now, to be honest, money doesn't matter. It's honestly happiness. What because when I come in here with these guys and I actually think about that I'm gonna have to sell them, I actually get a wee bit upset that I'm gonna have to sell them once, because I honestly can't keep them forever, and that's why I was sort of thinking about going for a pigeon breed that I can let out to fly, because I actually like when the pigeons are out flying about. And I don't want to let these guys out, because these guys could get caught by the hawk really easily, and that there would just make me a wee bit upset that I ended up losing really nice coloured fantails. Like, if I would let the grizzle out and the grizzle would go missing, I would be bloody upset for sure, because the wee grizzle and then that there checkered there are my two favourite ones out of here. Well, to be honest, all of them are wee favourites. Is just them two are somewhat a wee bit nicer looking than these two. Now, I think both of them there are cock birds. I think the grizzle is a cock. Then that there could be a hen potentially, but I don't know. I have no clue. They're still very young to show anything, But yeah. Thank you very much, guys, for tuning in to today's video, and make sure to just let me know in the comments what you think. Because I actually what I mean to say is I don't know how to say it, but I'm actually somewhat fed up with the pigeons, and I seriously don't know if I'm gonna be keeping them for too long. Now, I'm actually really leaning towards getting pigeons that are basically very easy to keep and that I can fly out nearly every day, than keeping the fantails that I need to lock up because of some of these nice colours that I'm getting. Like, so I was offered big money for the four of these here guys. I was basically offered £25 each for these three, and then 15 for that one, because that one has smaller tail. But another guy offered me 30 alone just for that there checkered one, because he's never seen checkered fantails. So it goes to show that the pigeons that I have here must be worth some money. And that there's what I like, because it actually wouldn't be bad to sell the young birds, and then with the money from the young birds, then I could buy loads of seed and then keep the breeding going on for longer with my pigeons. But flying has always been attached to me, flying the pigeons, because that there could be really good. And I actually remember whenever I used to have the Birmingham rollers, and then at their messed up fantail with them, and they were just flying around the house, and I actually really enjoyed that there. And yeah, I don't know, but anyway, sorry for talking way too much, because some of you guys probably are fed up with me talking. But make sure to let me know in the comments what you think of the situation, and just basically let me know what you think. And thank you very much, guys, for watching, and happy holidays for everyone. Thank you.